Hey everybody, Danny Griffin with another Monday Mojo brought to you by freethinkingtools.com. When you feel overwhelmed, where do you turn? Is there someone in particular that you turn to? What do they say? Is it comforting? Does their advice point you in a direction that helps what ails you? Maybe you don't seek real people, but instead you turn to the internet for advice, the place where everybody's an expert. How do you really know whether the counsel is good or bad? Do you consider the resumes? So much more confusion heaped upon your already overburdened shoulders can cast you further down into the depths of flat-out panic and depression. As your skepticism soars, you start to wonder if there is really any worthwhile help at all. Where have all the honest people gone? Does anybody have any sense of ethical standard, or is the world really caught up in a kill or be killed downward spiral? This week I had a great opportunity to attend a class that focused on the economic debacle which occurred in the financial marketplace over the last several years. The crux of the discussion, originally held at Princeton University, focused on how Wall Street had basically perpetuated a fraud by pushing toxic mortgage-backed securities to its clientele, pension funds, Joe and Jane, and then bet against them by shorting those securities, betting they would fail. Now, it's easy to blame and point fingers as you look at your portfolio, but the truth is that we're all to blame. We're so quick to throw our own ethics under the bus for a profit. After all, if we can just get an edge financially, then we can always go back and make it right? Well, the pounding has continued as it seems the whole world's in chaos. What's with all the protests? Why so many people worldwide? Such exasperation and frustration. So again, it begs the question, where do you turn when you're down? Whose cape are you holding on to? Superman? Maybe he can pull you up by your bootstraps and make it better. Not likely. We need something much stronger than that. We need a complete shift. We need to start with our own ethics and take the responsibility to chart a better course. But how? What's the standard that we'll measure against, and where do we find it? There are some that argue it's impossible to teach ethics without an absolute moral authority. That statement alone has made me think deeply about what a pickle we're in and perhaps have always been in. How do you reconcile survival of the fittest with helping each other while seeking nothing to gain? Since the beginning of written history, we see examples of the conflict everywhere. But this is our day, our time. What matters is that we focus on this piece of us that somehow knows that there's a right and wrong. In each of us, there's a definite evidence that there is a moral authority. Why not listen to that internal advice, wherever you believe it's coming from? It might be the help we all really need. Hey, I'm Danny Griffin, bringing you another Monday Mojo, brought to you by freethinkingtools.com, reminding you to think and thrive. I'll see you next time.